We're here at Kensington Oval with the captain of the Barbados Under 17 team, Nathan Seeley, to my immediate left, and to my right, the assistant coach, Mr. Nhamo Winn. Nathan, being captain of the Barbados team, firstly, I would like to know how are you doing, how are you looking forward to playing cricket again for Barbados?
Hi, good evening, Mr. Leslie. I'm doing quite fine, thanks for asking. It feels really nice to represent Barbados again. It's been a while. Last time was 2019, and yeah, it just feels good to be in the blue again.
Well, let me tell you, you're wearing the blue and you look very smart. And one of the things you came through the ranks of being a national under 15 captain, a West Indies under 15 captain. What do you like about being in a leadership role among your peers?
Tricky question. I can't really highlight just one thing, Just being the person that have the extra pressure, the responsibility. It just feels good because I don't really get to meet that much, so it just feels okay.
Wonderful. Well, Nhamo Winn, you've been part of the coaching staff at the foundation school for many years. Firstly, I want to find out how you're doing. I haven't seen you for just over 2 years.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Good spirit. Positive mindset going forward into tournament. Trying to make sure the guys are ready and make sure that they're well prepared to execute.
Well, I'm going to say you have been one of the youngest coaches to have achieved the success that you have. Firstly, at the foundation school. And when I look in the newspaper and in social media, you're still a player coach. How are you enjoying the experience, especially when you're playing personally Nathan on weekends?
It's always a pleasure, to play with the youngsters. Being able to lead them, give them some guidance. That's really all it's about for me. My playing days are behind me, and it's about giving guidance, outfitting young men with the knowledge and the skills to go forward. So that's all it's about for me.
Well, in your case, Nathan, I've been following local cricket. Certainly you're still at the foundation school. You've done very well. I saw very recently you took 7 wickets for 7 runs, including a hat trick, and you've been doing extremely well. How has it been for local cricket, certainly having the opportunity to play and also get some success?
It has been quite nice, coming up to the tournament. Well, coming to the season, preparation at foundation, you guys have been working quite hard. After T20, I didn't have the best season personally, and for 50 over, I felt that it was one of my stronger formats. So come, in the first 5 games to take so much wickets. Also, got my first 50 at this level as well. Been really nice. So got to thank my coaches, have to thank my teammates as well, because I didn't do it by myself.
Well, I just want to ask you about that, the importance of teamwork, because unless people focus on the captain, they want to give praise when there's success, and if things are not going very well, they also want to criticize. But how have you found being able to work with your other players, the players at the foundation school, those in the Signia Group, Financial, Barbados Youth, and certainly when you go on to play for Barbados, how important is the teamwork?
It's very important because, cricket, when we're out there, there's 11 of us, so not just only me. So not foundation has been quite a learning stage because, captaining with the younger guys for the first time. So for me, it's just adjusting to playing with them. But, it's quite fun because the guys are really driven to play then. Coming to play at Barbados with level, guys, that I grew up with. So it's just a bit more relaxed because I don't have to do as much as skipper because the guys are more experienced. But, that's the same thing basically.
Wonderful. And Nhamo, again, you spoke about your experience. You're one of the few coaches at national youth level. I think you have to go back to 1984-85 to have been able to capture 2 consecutive championships. And I think that you would have done that back in 2018 and 2019. We had COVID that caused no tournament in 2020 and 2021. So we are on the cusp of a hat trick of titles. How do you feel about already creating history, but being possibly part of more history to be?
Well,
in the next few weeks?
Well, I feel honored, honestly, to be part of a good management team. I have the head coach, Mr. Toppin. You have good management from Mr. Best. So it's an honor, and to do it once is setting a standard, but to maintain it is even harder. And we went out there, we continue to be disciplined, play good cricket, respect the game. And that is what we are preaching going forward again. Don't be complacent. We have all to play for. And the guys are, gelling well. They are confident. They're understanding their roles, from the guidance from the head coach and myself. So we are confident. And I believe these guys should do well and they should execute and go forward in the future.
I'm going to ask you a question. The question of support and resources outside of the team setting. Obviously, that's very critical to be able to get the best out of these young players. How do you feel that the Barbados Cricket Association thus far has been able to support you in your quest as being an assistant coach and the team in general?
Well, the support has been there. You know, you come to the Oval, you know, they set the 17 weeks in essence. You know, you have the BCA coaches, Ben, Vas, Bridget, those guys who are, you know, playing a support role, you know, sharing their expertise with the boys as well. And that is something, that's the vital part in terms of our preparation. So with all those things being put in place, I believe these boys are more than equipped and ready to execute.
Wonderful. And Nathan, again, I just want to find out from you, on the cusp of this new tournament, you've been given the opportunity, having captain at the under 15 level to captain at under 17. Do you have any ambitions beyond just being successful at youth cricket in terms of being able to go and represent this country at national level?
Yes, please. You know, my main goal is, you know, to continue to play for Barbados, you know, past youth level, and to go into the West Indies, you know, travel the world, and play as much cricket as possible, you know, just to make my family proud.
Wonderful. And I mean, there's so many different opportunities now, different formats. The format that you will be competing in the regional tournament is the 50-over format. My understanding is that this is the first year that they will be using colored clothing and white cricket balls. And you've had that experience at local level. How do you think that will prepare you for when you go into this regional tournament?
Very nice, you know. It doesn't matter the color of the ball really, you know, you still have to do it well, but you know, playing 50-over cricket, you know, with the white ball and colored clothing, you know, it feels better, like, because more realistic. So I like it like that.
Wonderful. And Nhamo, in closing, I want to find out from you, really, apart from team success, what do you think are the important ingredients for these young men as a person who's at that management level as assistant coach? Now, what would you want to come from each of them? Because everyone is not going to make it into West Indies senior team, but what do you want to instill among these young people?
Well, one thing I keep telling them all the time, a foundation, wherever I go, discipline is not an on and off switch. And once you are disciplined in whatever you do, you take it into your next chapter. So, you know, it's a numbers game. Everybody's not going to go to the top, but you want to be disciplined. You got to be, you know, build good character. You know, be someone that someone want to be around. So that is something that I preach to the boys. I want them to be good citizens. You understand? Because they can go forward. You never know. You may have the next prime minister in this group, and those are things that, you know, I hold them to. Everything that you're going to do, give your best shot, give it your full effort, and be honest with yourself.
Well, I want to be honest with you. I want to continue hearing that you're a player coach at the domestic level. I really get pleasure in that. I'm very serious, because at the end of the day, you are able to show and demonstrate some of the skills that you're trying to impart. And at the foundation school and now for the Barbados national team, I'm hoping and wishing for complete success for you. It doesn't really come down to whether you come first or second. The really fact that you're able to instill discipline and the skills among these young men. But for Nathan, I can tell you this. I want to find out from you, what would be your ultimate pleasure and goal, knowing that you're going into a tournament, you could be part of history. What do you want to achieve when you go into Trinidad over the next few weeks?
Well, as I was now telling coach coming on the car, my main goal is for us to be successful and win the title and bring back to Barbados for this third time. But my main goals, you know, I feel like I'm a very good farm both for the ball and the bat, so I'll let it carry that on and get the most wickets on tour, and also come back with the MVP award as well.
Wonderful. Well, it's been a pleasure being able to speak both to Nathan Seeley and to Nhamo Winn, two foundation boys. And I want for Barbados that you guys continue to do the best you can, and wish you all the best in the tournament.
Thank you. I appreciate it.